Oh, hey there. Today we're going to talk about vectors. So vectors here are a thing in coding, and especially in C++, it's called vectors, and they're basically like lists that store things. There's another sort of thing that also stores items like a list, just like vectors, but they're a little different, and they're called arrays. So I'm going to give you a quick example here about some differences between arrays and vectors. So when we have an array, we create something with a limited set amount of spaces. And in chess, we have 9, 18, 27, 27 spaces. And we can put this piece of spruce wood anywhere we want in the amount of existing spaces. But if we were to fill up this chest, and we wanted to put one more item to fill up another slot, there's no more slots. And so we're limited by how many slots are in the array. A bundle, on the other hand, is somewhat similar to a vector, but not exactly. I'll show you what I mean. So right now, when you hover over the bundle, nothing shows. But when you put an item into the bundle, it creates a slot for the item. And whenever you put a new item into this bundle, it creates a new slot. That is similar to how an array works, versus this chest, it already had all these existing slots. A bundle, on the other hand, will make one slot for this chest, a new slot for this wood, new slot for this book and quill. Oh, never mind, that's a full block. But you get the idea. And so every time that you add or take out an item, the bundle will create or remove one of the slots. A vector is a dynamic array in that instead of having a set amount of spaces, it creates and adds the spaces as you go. And so that just makes it overall easier to use than arrays. Over here, we have a few details about using vectors in C++. So you would start off with the hashtag include vector sign. Let me take this book real quick. And so you include the vector, meaning you're going to use this vector class. And this vector class is very special in that you can make variables that are a vector type. You would do that by writing it like this, vector, and you write what type, and then the name of your variable. Some special functions to use with vectors that you don't really use with arrays is the dot size function, which is really useful, and you'll get the current size and length of your vector. The push back function, which adds a new item to your vector. And there's so many other functions for vectors, such as insert and erase, so many. And this is just a little example of how cool vectors are in C++. I hope you liked it, and bye-bye.